Hi friends, welcome back to The Story Highway, the place where stories come alive and emotions find their voice. Today's story is called The Last Letter Home, a tale of courage, love, and the power of hope that travels across time and distance. So sit back, relax, and let's begin. It was the summer of 1944, deep in the heart of World War II. The town of Maple Creek, Ohio, was a quiet place where families waited anxiously for the mailman, hoping to receive letters from their sons, husbands, and brothers fighting overseas. Every letter carried life, emotion, and the whisper of survival. Among them was Eleanor Turner, a 24-year-old nurse who had not heard from her fiancé, Captain Samuel Reed, for months. Samuel had been deployed to France, and every evening Eleanor sat by the window, writing to him, her words filled with love, fear, and unwavering faith. One rainy afternoon, she received a letter, but it wasn't from Samuel. It was from the Army headquarters, informing her that his unit had been caught behind enemy lines. He was missing in action. Her world went silent. The clock stopped ticking, her heart sank, but her hope refused to die. Years passed. Eleanor moved to New York, became a teacher, but she never forgot Samuel. Every year on his birthday, she placed a small note inside a glass bottle and let it float down the river, a message of love that time could never erase. Decades later, in 1998, a young man named David Reed, a journalist working in France, discovered an old metal box while exploring an abandoned farmhouse near Normandy. Inside were faded letters, yellowed by time, all addressed to Eleanor Turner. Each letter began the same way. "My dearest Ellie, if you are reading this, I'm still thinking of you." David was stunned. He began researching the names and soon realized Samuel Reed was his grandfather. The letters had never been delivered. Samuel had hidden them in a wall before the war ended, hoping someone would find them one day. David returned to the U.S. and located Eleanor, now in her late 70s, living in a nursing home. When he handed her the letters, her trembling hands held them, as if touching time itself. She opened the first one and smiled with tears in her eyes. "I knew he never forgot me," she whispered. That night, as she read the last letter under the soft lamplight, her heart slowed peacefully. The nurse found her the next morning, a serene smile on her face, Samuel's last letter still in her hand. At her funeral, David placed the entire box beside her coffin, reuniting two souls separated by war, but bound by love that never ended. So, friends, this was The Last Letter Home, a story that reminds us that true love doesn't fade with time or distance. It lives in our memories, in our words, and sometimes in letters that travel decades to reach the heart they were meant for. If you felt this story touch your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to The Story Highway. Because here, every story finds its home.